It's on. It's been a minute since I've been back. Oh. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, this project is from Labor Day. And I didn't touch it for like 4 months, and then I came back to it and realized it was actually kind of good. Like the melodies and stuff, so yeah, I just wanted to get back on my stream and do some editing, do some meditative, some layering, and I don't know, just listen to this one, possibly hang out with some passerbys. We'll see. So we'll just play it. Forgive my phlegmy, crusty throat. Creaky chair. Very creaky. That virus cranking through its vowel filter. It's kind of just going through some random chords from minor to major. I really like the feel of that sort of drifting harmonic center. Bounce down the glitch here. These little hi-hat noises are being sent through fracture. Just kind of stirring them up. Oh, I turned it off? Okay. Pointless. Guess I don't need to solo it, huh? Okay, so I recorded down some drums through this plugin called Permutate. Super heavy distortion unit. It's really fun. So anyways, I just left those for myself. Didn't name it right here. I wish that would relabel the actual recording so you could find it instead of being like 24 audio -2. But yeah, it's pretty harsh. Gonna need to cut it up. Yep. Okay, so just go through, listen. Distorted reverb is just so much. And those little frequency swoops on beat 3. Pretty harsh. I wish I turned those off sooner. It's bad today. It's because I can't stop putting the heavy cream in my coffee. It's just too good. Gets me so phlegmy, though. You know, perfect for talking on a mic. Oh, this could be cool. This was accidental. Like, I already had the audio for the original synth line bounced here. That's not it. But I want to see how I can modify the original patch in order to add some nice layering. Good morning to ya, Dream Kiddo. Hi, welcome. Thank you. pretty good. It's a nice foggy morning here out in Northern California. Yeah, I haven't streamed in a very hot minute. But I'm back. I did it. I thought I was done, but hey, you know what? Never say never, is my boy JB. Talked about. The thing about this patch is I don't really understand it fully when I was making it. So it does some unexpected things. But I'm going to switch up the ARP a little bit. Just to get some nice contrast with the original pattern. I have to run and get my phone charger at some point. Yeah, I'll change I wish they had more arpeggio options, like Live has so many with its built-in arpeggiator. Maybe 2 octaves. Distortion came out nicely on this one. Just a little light distortion. Oh. Yeah, frequency shift isn't doing it any favors. Not really even sure what the key of this song is. It changes through so many in the first bit. It looks like a E minor. Yeah. So we'll tune the comb to an E, which it says the note value right down here. Oh, okay, that's mix. There it is. So let's see what kind of effect. Yeah, go for it. I actually don't do feedback on the live stream. I have like dedicated sessions. Here, I'll post the Discord server. The Discord's been pretty dead, but that's where I send people, and there's some other people who are in there who, might be open to giving you some feedback. Yo. Never remember how to do that, but I'm going to paste it in the chat window. So if you have a song, you can go over to Discord. There you go. I just don't want to get thrown off of my thought process. That's really the only reason I don't like to do it on air. On air, like I'm on the radio. I'm on the internet radio. You're tuned in, baby. You're tuned right in. Ooh, that's pretty nice. Let's play with some piano. So, we got some LFOs to pick from. I don't think 3 is really being utilized. I'll do a little sample and hold. My BFF, SNH. So, source, we got 3 unipolar to piano. It might work better if we do something like key follow, because then it's not switching panorama in the middle of a... Yeah, tighten it up a little bit. Yeah. It's quite nice. Yeah, I gotta record some of this down for sure. It's funny playing with gear or like any, I don't know really what my thought is here, but sometimes you just gotta capture the moment of when you find something you like, because then you start working with it more and it just kind of slips away because you start trying to make it into something else. Okay, just roll with it. Okay, that was good. I like. Why is it when you hit your knee that it's like the worst? It hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. But I got a new desk and it's so much better than my old desk. I feel so good here. So much less cramped. I have more space for my leggies. Got a new chair. All Rode finds too. Oh, you see that? I can go down. Yeah, okay. This is a little weird. I feel a little bit low now. Still have so much of that recording that I haven't messed with yet. Let's go ahead and look. Oh, smallest clip ever. Okay. Yeah, it's looking pretty chunky. Just gonna turn that right down. Some good textures though. Let's see about slapping them on. Okay, not. Shifting ever so slightly. I think that's too late. Some good little beeps and bloops. Okay. I guess I'll just go like measure by measure. Troublesome. Must have been affecting like a little millisecond rate or something. Critters right here. Oh, I'm a mess. I'm gonna try doing some quantizing. See, the repitch mode might work here. Quantize to like 16ths or something. Too fast. Yeah, that's cool. This whole section could probably just quantize. Let's try tones. Oh. Or beats even. Kind of works. missing a bass line here. Whoop. Is that even the right note? Save this patch. I can come back to it if I want. And do some pad work. Deep. We're going deep. Oh, 13. Come on. Make it a little too hard to get a value in there. Get a little bit of noise. It's not going to come through much because of the low pass filter. Really quiet, huh? Yeah, that should be nice. Let's consolidate all this MIDI and add some extensions to the chord. What works? We're in E minor, so F sharp is the 9th. We got a D is the 7th. Doing good so far. Fourths are usually a little iffy. In this case, that would be A. That would be A. I didn't mean to say that, but I was right. Minor third. Yeah. See, then I can just go back and hit capture, and it will automatically add all of the notes I'm playing to the MIDI clip, and it's the best. It's probably my favorite part about Live 10. It makes all the crashing okay. Oh, yeah, okay. I thought I messed up, but 6th. Oh, 6th was a bad idea. Oh. Alrighty, quick break. Right back. Oh, yep, that's low. That's low, all right. All right. Thank you, piano, for that interlude. Actually fits, huh? ever just like hurt? I mean, where like you take a breath in and it just makes you want to cough. That's happening. It's happening to me. Lately I've been adding measures in between sections, and yeah, it really helps the flow of the song in a way. You break it up a little bit. You're kind of like outlining the different parts instead of just going from one to the next without any thought of what's going on in between them. It's like a mini build-up kind of. I've really messed with build-ups in a long time. I mean, I do kind of like that anticlimactic build-up where it's just something stops for a moment and then boom, and then there you go. Then it slaps. For some reason, I just can't bear to do like that. Dun 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 that type of shit. Just like that's just always feels like just such the same thing every time. But you know, it's also like a signal to people to be like, here it comes, so you better be ready. Some more stuff I didn't play with yet. Yeah, all this detuned nonsense I haven't looked at yet. Oh. part where it was all out of tune. Finish editing. Sometimes words just sound like they're wrong, man. Finish editing that other audio, but I'll get back to it. It's all coming around. It all comes around. I just want a little, I think, where is it? I know there's like a rim hit in here somewhere that I cut out. I think it's here. Yeah. Yep. Should just actually put into a sampler. Yeah, let's do that. Delete. MIDI. Oh, okay, so then we... There we go. Oh, that's... okay, let's fix that. Okay. There we go. Quick and easy. Actually, it's a bit melodic. I believe that's the bass note right there. Much damn latency, I could just lay it down. more with this guy. It's kind of basic right now. Made this simple oscillator instrument and reactor. And it's exactly what it says it is. It's just a couple oscillators and you get sine, square, saw. Something about the velocity, the way that it transfers, that I really like. It's got nice and punchy. I got this compressor built in, so you can really just crank down on it. Oh. I feel like when I started really thinking about transients, I grew a lot in terms of like the quality of my production. Kind of frustrating sometimes because in order to control like voices and unison in Reactor, you have to build those modules. I did it once on my Mac. So I had subscription to Reactor Tutorials. That guy, Salamander Anagram, that runs it is an absolute genius. He can teach you anything. He just understands Reactor at a very, very deep level. So, long story, a little short. I don't know how to easily control voices in unison in Reactor. So I just have to rebuild that module. So I could double check. If anything appears, sometimes it changes when you, like you can say, I don't think this actually does anything though. Unless I'm just wrong. Oh. That just sounds out of tune. Because there's no detuning. Yeah. the heck? It just kind of skips around. Try clicking on a... Yeah, doesn't even give me the option. Mono. So if I play a chord... Yeah. Although it has a nice pan flute type of sound. Is messing with it. Oh, also this for sure. Yep. Very confusing. I don't think any of that's really usable because it's all out of tune and such. Yeah. The pre-arps shine. of fell into a nice pattern there. So we can scrape out of this. Yeah, that would be a nice place to introduce. Those percussion layers are going to need some work, but good for now. That little suggestion of a G is just so... Yeah. Distortion a little bit harder. Thanks, Colcola. Yeah, I'm pretty into it too. I'm glad I didn't let this project fade away into the depths of my folders. That A really outlines the major chord in that measure. It really brings the progression together like a nice rug. Bring a room together. Yeah, let's roll with that G. Maybe a little quicker there. Yeah. It's the OG lick. Started all of this. Oh, that's a wrong note. It's probably a C. Yeah, let's see about that C sharp. I think it's better. It's really challenging for me to like allow some looseness. Like this. There's something beautiful about it. It's just so, that, what is it? The left part of my brain is like, fix it, quantize it. It has to be straight. Yeah, just testing out the waters with that. Just dipping a toe in. We'll go up to an E because that's home. But it's here too. Maybe we'll just go stepwise. Yeah, that was a big thing that I learned in school when I was doing music theory classes. It's one of the smallest things too, but when you write a melody and you're going over a chord progression, if you try and use notes that are stepwise, like not jumping around too much, it often sounds really, really nice. Like instead of, like trying to outline a different chord, if you go to the next closest note that's part of that next chord, something about it just sounds really pleasing to the ears. We did a lot of like stepwise melody writing exercises. Maybe a little bit too many grace notes. Oh, there's that C again. Let's pop it up a little bit. Just kind of soften these. It sort of comes through those little confident moments. Try that F sharp. It's kind of outlining a D major chord with that melody. Yeah. So we're in E minor, and the melody is kind of suggesting the extensions. If you were to play like it's a 9, right? E, G, B, D, F sharp with the 11th, the 5th. Wait, nope, that's the 4th on top. And then C sharp, I always like that about the 9th, 7th, 9th, and 11th. It's just it's a major chord. Yeah. I didn't do that intentionally. Just kind of find it. So, almost done editing this. Just letting the drums stop. Let the arps sort of ride themselves out. I need to fade out the glitchy stuff here. I think it kind of... That's just beats mode. You pitch something up, put it in beats mode to like 16th notes, and then you sort of change it to the stop. I'm not really sure what the difference between these is, actually. Let's find out. Let's do a quick test. Okay, so that one's a hard stop. Just feels more staccato, which I like. Quicker energy there with the staccato glitch. This one still feels a little bit lackluster, this instrument here. I suppose it's maybe just a bit quiet. Maybe it needs a little bit of unison or something. I'm just gonna delete reactor out of there. Let's see what we can do with the pitch. That might... A little pitch LFO, perhaps. Ooh, not good. Wacky. Yeah, that's a little... Color of the frequency is a little bit... Still pretty quiet, huh? Synth. I've been just a slave to FM8, baby. I love it. Can't stop. Okay, not that one. Okay. Oh, duh. It's a dumb tuning to have. Why is it absolutely drenched? Why I do that? Okay. Okay. All right. Why are we having this conversation right now? What are you doing, sir? How come everything is just a little bit broken? I have no explanation for what this weird... Sounds better. It's more staccato. Yeah, just pitch them up. Oh. Just quiet. And in mono. Tom. We need to move that to a new instrument. I think it's in the kick, actually. Yeah, I see you. I see you right there. I see you. You ain't fooling nobody. Quick break, right back. Beep. Oh, that's a fun texture. Some good noise out here I actually didn't even know about. Yeah, I dig that. Crackly, dog. Man, I recorded some really fun chunks, some sound design last night or yesterday, using this granulator thing in Reactor. I want to pull some of those out, although I don't know how usable they really are for a song. They're pretty interesting by themselves, but they're I don't know. Let's see. Let's just test. I got to remember which project I recorded those in. Crap. I knew I should have exported them into my sound design folder, but I did not. Well, okay. I know that some of them are 20. Yeah. 20 project. I do remember naming them all correctly though, so. Yeah, the vocals are always so weird. Oops. Yeah, it's just textural, essentially. It affects the stereo image in a really neat way, though, scrambling it all up like that. Little twinkling stars. If we skip that measure. Yeah. Must be a pretty heavy sidechain on here. Wrong group. Okay. A lot of those are on the wrong group. Why are you so quiet? Turn up the brightness on this one. Yeah, a little dissonance in there. Decided to be real loud all of a sudden. Sup with you, dog? Did I do some kind of funky key scaling? It's just EQ. Overreaching EQ. Yeah, see there's that warmth. There she is. A little bit too much out of you, sir. Some real out of time stuff. Somewhere up here. Found it. Those high frequencies. Definitely only want some. I don't even know what this guy's doing. Oh yeah, that guy, right. I really like this line. I'm gonna do a little bit over the top compression, just a touch. the what is it, bento reverb? I think it's a bento reverb in Reactor. That's what's happening on this. Just a little bit of it. When the layers start to tie together like they're the same thing. This track deserves to be like pink. Yeah. Isn't vocal fry just the best? Don't you just love hearing it? Also need to figure out what's happening with all the snare layers. If I keep them. Sure, I don't like this idea here. I'm gonna listen to it just to make sure. Yeah, it's too melancholy. I remember it. I don't really like the sound either. It's not. Doesn't tickle me. I wonder if there's an instrument rack ready to go that would fit nicely here. Some pad swells, perhaps. Just some touches, just some accents. I know you want to hear what horny FM8 sounds like, but we're not going to get into that today. It's way too hardcore. Fairy Dust is pretty good. This weird scale thing on it. Doesn't sound like it's an E at all. because the distance is at 5, that's all jacked up. It's a fourth. It's just essentially going around the circle of fifths really fast. Okay, so let's put it at a nice 12 and just do the first 5 notes of the scale. Okay, I just do some free recording because there's some good bits. Set that up right quick. 53, bam. All right. Shout out to Mr. Bill who taught me to do this back in the day. Record all your shit. Arpeggiating. So I'll make 2 tracks so I know where the loop started. Very dust free. I'll just call it very free. Okay. So it looped back here. Yeah. This is the ARPed one, isn't it? The synced one. I think so. Yeah. There we go. Thanks for stumbling upon my channel and watching. Hey, if you're hearing this, thank you. Thank you. Probably mostly later in the future, I assume. Who knows? Maybe I'll actually save these videos and put them on my channel. I have a bunch backlogged, but I just don't care about editing them, and so I'm almost at 2 hours. It's just gonna be hours long. A lot of just sort of, streaming content is generally fast-paced. I work at a glacial pace, but who gives a fuck, Start with the weirder, untimed one. I really like those, actually. A 4th. After I develop the main ideas, it's all just little bits and pieces. Digging for bits. rubbery. Most of this recording is that bandpass filter, the frequency, the resonance rather. It's a kitty cat. Downbeat and every halfway through the bar. Some little squeaky guy there to remind us of the clock. Yeah, I like those wandering. Just some lonely notes trying to find their place, man. Snippet to end on. Maybe throw a delay on that. What is my send looking like? Yeah, let's see. I don't think I have like any feedback going though. Oh, a little bit. Yeah, that's... It's kind of hard to hear it though through the everything else. Feel it. All right, let's check out the synced ARP. See if it's redundant, or if it adds stuff. Let's throw an auto pan on there as well. And just for the hell of it, we'll put auto filter. Do some what's the difference here? I think this one is wide. Whereas this one, yeah, that one's mono. The stream is in stereo, right? If you're listening, I think it is. I tested, but I feel like I definitely would have noticed that. Just flatten it with this. Yeah. This rate is way too fast. Yeah. It's like it's just a little a tiny bit. Coincides nicely with those the 16th percussive glitch stuff. That's it's really just beats mode. It's really easy and quick way to get a like just long patterns without having to do like anything except record a bunch of dicking around. Pitch up your recording and put it in that gated beats mode, like a 16 to 30 second time. Section is really cool. All those threads. I haven't given that much love to the last bit here, bringing it home. I need to do that. Oh, that's already good the way it was. Need to add a delay. Right now it's just the main patterns. My phone died. Gotta plug that in. Something I'm not gonna see it. Like, here's all that chat history. I try using like the desktop chat client, but it just gets in the way because there's no good place to actually have it while I'm working. Like another little monitor just for that. sound. Drives me crazy. A lot of cool blips over here in this peaking section. We've got power. Yes. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Hi again. Never left, but kinda left. Separate some of these grains. Don't know why I thought that would sound good, because I barely did anything. These are all the same size. Got to switch it up. Thanks, dog. Appreciate that. Thanks for stopping in. Editing is meditative for me. Doing all these little glitches manually is relaxing. The album I did last year on Twitch is coming out in 12 days. So I've been pretty stressed about that, and just, being a perfectionist and everything comes with the territory of being into this kind of music. So I think I'm going to try and get back into a good schedule. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. It's been really working with a real artist that I love to do the artwork, and mastering engineer and a label and everything. So it's the biggest project I've ever done, for sure. So now on the stream, it's just going to be onward and upward, leaving the past in the past. What's done is done, try not to fret about all the mistakes I made on the way. That's just inevitable. It's just part of life. You got to accept it. You got to just keep making stuff, because nobody else thinks about stuff the same way you do. Nobody else sees any flaws. They just appreciate what you give to the world. So it's a real challenge to sort of give yourself that same grace. Yeah, of course. I don't have a choice in this music thing. I feel like I just don't have much else that I need to be doing with my life, actually. So here we go. We're doing it. It's always humbling. It's life, man. It's just life. Art is really just life. That glitch is really just death, because it sucked. using the same distortion rack for like a year and a half, and I need to develop some new ones. Yeah, definitely. It's one of those things where you have to remember, like, where am I going? Where in my mind do I think I have to be? And you have to reconcile that with where am I currently? Like, I'm basically doing what I like dreamed of doing after I graduated college. And that's just spending all my time on music and, finding a job that I'm all good with to make that money in the meantime while I build it up. Get little bits every now and then. But, it's good. This is the life, man. It's a beautiful morning. Okay. Back to ceaseless editing. Ugh. Yeah, this section of the recording is really cool. Do some more rhythmic glitch with it. Beats mode. So let's see what's up. Go to 16th notes and then quantize everything. I've been making music for, I think I started like 10 years ago on audiotool.com, which is like a Flash. It's like a Flash browser-based DAW. Like, imagine if SoundCloud had its own DAW that you could open and then like publish music directly to SoundCloud. It's like that kind of. We have like you can follow people, you can like open their projects and see how they did sounds or how they mixed stuff or how they, used a compressor. That's how I learned kinda like how to sequence stuff in time-based effects, dynamic effects. Kind of got the basis for that stuff. They're still kicking. It's all free. Shout out to Andre Michel. Yeah, exactly. Splice definitely kind of like, once I heard about it, I was like, oh, that's like just kind of the next step in terms of what these guys are doing. Is like all the libraries for public use, and they had a similar built-in like sample browser that you could build songs out of. There's got to be thousands of copyright infringements. Tens of thousands in their sample upload section. But hey, that's just part of it's part of everybody being able to make music. Just want a little taste of that. Yeah, when I write music on Twitch, like I tend to be a little bit more productive. So it's one of the reasons I want to come back and get on a more consistent schedule. Multi-clip editing. I lost my phone. Did you find your phone? I hope you did. I don't know what let's see, what do you mean by multi-clip? Like if you were to like go like this and sort of do stuff in this way where you're like deleting multiple parts of clips. Because I definitely slice things up hella and like edit those multiple parts. Maybe this is some new fancy trick that I'm gonna learn. Enlighten me. What up? What up? So select 2 MIDI clips and press shift on one of those. Okay, so what happens? Press shift. What is it supposed to do? I mean, that's like, I mean, that just kind of. So you can like, shift will let you select like an area, I guess. You mean so it like treats them as one? Is that what you're talking about? I guess I do that when I need to. Not very often. I usually just take things one at a time. But definitely if I have like layers of stuff that are supposed to be happening at the same time, then I'll do that. Treat them like they're one. Right out a little bit more. Let's see, where are we? Oh, has this still been playing? I have a pad that I actually forgot to ever record. Have a filter envelope linked. Yeah. Swells. It'd be good to incorporate here. So this is just the MIDI of that main melody. I like to just reduce the grid size down to a bar. or maybe 2, and then just, let's see, go to quantize settings, make sure that the start and the end are both on, and then just sort of form some big chords out of that. Yeah, definitely can talk about drums. I'll have to check out multi-clip editing. Although I feel like I kind of understand that idea. Drums are usually the first thing I do. As you can tell, this song is pretty developed. I'm gonna record this pad down. Let's see. Yeah, so with drums, I'll just kind of go over what I have in this song. Because with me, it's like you got to have a beat to drive everything. This one is fairly simple. A lot of times I'll go and just like overcomplicate things by reprocessing the drum group 4 times and like getting lost in all of the editing that requires. So how I usually set it up is you got to make a group for your drums that'll make reprocessing them easier, because then you can just solo all of them at the same time. So a lot of times I'll use a drum rack. In this track, what do we got here? So we got the kick. I've been loving using synths to make kicks, so I've gone through and done some patches with my favorite plugins to make kick sounds. So usually what happens is I'll sketch out a beat using like a drum rack with like some bass sounds. So I have like this toolbox, I called it, ready to go. So I can just whip it out and start sketching out a pattern, because you have to be able to sketch something quickly. Well, that's not even it. Let's see. So if you have something like this set up where you just have like, I know this one's already really, really loud. It's solo, that would help. So you have like a nice kick, something you like, just a good, that one's kind of bullshitty. Just some sounds to get you thinking, you know, get writing into an immediate accessible place. So then if you have a keyboard or like a drum pad, just gotta find my drums. So if you like finger drumming, you can do that. Quickly get a beat down, and then later on you can move it to whatever other drum sounds you like. Or if you have a good one set up already, then you're off to an even better start. So there's that. And then, you know, whatever, sometimes we're like, oh, I think this needs some more texture. This needs some more character. So bring in some further sounds like a little noise, some snap, just little touches, and then what I usually do, because I like to sort of dive into what I've got already instead of writing out new ideas, so I'll take the drum group and I'll just apply, after I've got like a beat down, some variations of that beat for arrangement purposes later on. You can apply your favorite processing plugins. So for me, I got Permutate recently. It's who made it? Sonic Charge, that's what I'm thinking of. They made the Microtonic. This weird distortion. So anyways, I'll just record down a big hunk. That's what these are, of glitches and the goal is really to find some like something that kind of retains the rhythm of the original idea, but expands on it in a way that's like expressive and moving. So yeah, permutate, quadrant is really crazy. All the glitch machine stuff that you can get for free, like hysteresis or fracture. Dust is a super fave. I love it. It's got a built-in binaural encoder, so it just sounds amazing. But it crashes Ableton a lot, so it's really not great for streaming, because like I'll be recording something and then suddenly just everything shuts down. It's like cool. I guess we're just at a dead stop in terms of momentum. So that's essentially it. And then you can just resample to your liking as much as you want. When you run out of ideas, just resample some shit and quickly get some inspiration. So that's how I work, at least. I know everybody's got their own. You got to find your own flow. That's really the key. You got to know what tools you love, what sounds good to you, and what you're good at. And with those 3 things, you can hopefully crank through and like sketch out some ideas. And then somehow a song is born. Well, thanks. Yeah, it's really hard for me to write stuff that's just purely fun. So I love getting into some deeper like progressions and melodies. I've always been into melodies, so cannot have them. So yeah, and for me, melodies just sort of they suggest like their own set of textures. So like the vibe of the track sort of tells me like where I want to go with it texturally in order to like heighten the mood. But just gotta remember to be like a kid and just really just play around, because that's where the best stuff comes from. Okay, so it's a guitar. Harp, of course. You're still asking about my drum writing process? It's really just setting up like tracks for like resampling stuff, to where you go like, okay, new audio track, and then you select drum group with the input. When you arm it, it's just ready to record anything that's coming out of that group. That's a trick I learned from Mr. Bill, like, I don't know, a long ass time ago, like 6. Could you just write sample drums? So here, I'll show you with the playing in thing, which is really easy. If you have a keyboard, if you can do some finger drumming. Let me find my samples. They're on specific. Okay, so all you got to do, you pull up a drum rack over here in the instruments tab. You can load into some samples into these slots. So right now I just have like kick, snare. Oh, it's a little too big. I'll just use the what's that clap? So here, I'll just show you. Like, so you hit record. You can turn the metronome on up here. I have a ton of latency, so okay, so there you go. You got yourself a beat. It's going to be a little messed up, but you can quantize notes here. You go into the MIDI clip. You can actually edit the notes. Scooch them all a little bit forward so they're a little bit more in time. And then I think I just moved them. What did I do? So yeah, it's as easy as that. You can also just come through, create a MIDI clip using Control-Shift-M, or you can go to Edit, or Create rather. Insert, let's see. You highlight a space, you can do like Insert MIDI clip. There you go. And then you're free to click away. Bam. So it's the same thing with a melody where you get a synth going, you pull up a plugin, you get a operator going, which you should have if you have the Ableton suite. Wow. No idea what this patch is, but it's not a great demo patch. So same thing here. Just playing around some notes. They just they get recorded. If you have 10, you don't even need to hit record. You just play some shit, hit the square, capture it, it automatically captures it for you. So if you ever forget to record something. But speaking of recording, I'm going to get back to that pad that I was just starting to play with that I forgot about initially and then got sidetracked again. So that's about it, man, and that'll get you off to the races there. I know my scales pretty well. I studied music theory for a long time and piano. So I've played in a lot of jazz band stuff. So I have a pretty solid foundation. So if I pick a scale, I generally know how to play around with it to create like a progression. I think it's just recording the right channel instead of the actual synth. Where are we at? 41. Okay. Whoops. A whoopsie. Gotta disarm that. You're welcome. Yeah, there's a lot of educational materials online about scales. The circle of fifths is really important. focus on some spacious elements, like some reverb hits or something next. Oh, I forgot to title it. It's really important to name your audio tracks before you record into them. So that way when you go, if you add the folder where you contain the live sets over here, you can go see what happens is you find the project, you find a past project you want to use some audio from. If you don't retitle your track before you record into it, you end up with this list of numbers. And you just have to scrub through. So get that in comparison with this, which is really nice. You get jazz drums 2, 3, 4, sample. Anyways, that's a hard lesson, that because I did it for that way for so long with not titling stuff, and I'm still doing it, but just gotta practice it. See how that pad came out a little bit. Sounded really nice in context. Warm. I was just kind of riding on that cutoff, the low pass filter. Boosted up the resonance a little bit here. You can see that gain. Check out how that pad is going to sound with the next bit of melody here. Probably want to re-record another chunk. Yeah. Be nice and warm. Okay, let's do it. I don't really know how much. So it kind of ends, the beat drops off here. But it would be nice to write out some pad a little bit and then just kind of fade it out. Okay, what's up? What's happening here? I want to clip my drums, for example, kick. I soft clip it by pushing into the clipper by adjusting gain, and then I want to make one kick softer before the next hard kick. Permanently make the sound clip. Well, in order to permanently make it clip, you would need to render it and then replace the old sample. So like, I'll just go through it real quick. So like, if we get a kick, that one's good enough. You do this, you get, okay, I want to, bam, frickin' drive that. Okay, so now we got the same kick, but a little bit harder. Freeze it. Actually, recording it down probably would have been quicker, but it's a matter of seconds, so it's all good. Flatten. Boom. Now you can see that it's a little bit more sausaged. And then you could just go like, create a new MIDI track right below it. All you got to do is drag that new kick into the instrument, and it just becomes it'll have that same clip quality at any level. Now you can adjust velocity settings here, velocity with volume, so that it's more sensitive. But essentially, that's how I would do that. So in essence, you would have to render it as a new clip, but I don't see a reason to not do that. That's the benefit of writing drums with MIDIs. Like if you have to change one, like the sound, if you don't like the sound of like a drum, then if your pattern is all audio clips, you don't have to go back and individually replace every single one. Like you can just switch out the sample instead of having to like go through and edit every single little piece of audio. It's definitely a time saver. Let's get back to that pad. They're just kind of stored in the project. So that's what I was saying before about going back through to find stuff. Let me write this pad out and I'll show you how to add a folder. So if you know where your projects are stored on your computer, and that's a vital piece of information, then you just go over to the left side here and click on Add Folder, and you can just find that. Click on the folder, you would hit Select Folder, and it'll appear. So whenever you go to that folder, see, I'll go to mine here. It's in just live sets. You'll see a list of all of the files. So for instance, like this project from October 25th, you just go to samples. You click on the little down arrow next to that project folder. You'll see samples. It's inside that. Go to, I think it's in, processed. And then you'll see freeze. And you can actually demo all of those, because a lot of the time, like, I think unless you have the track named before you flatten, so you'll see that pad razor shimmering. So those will all be stored within a folder in the project file. And if you label things well and you organize them well, you'll be able to access past material easily without having to browse through it for hours, being like, oh, 18, is it 18, is it 19, is it 21, 2, is it, or is it from this other day? And then you can utilize the search function way easier, because you can just go like pad. Now what of my projects have freeze files that are a pad, and you can just be like, oh, here's a thing. So that's actually another way to quickly create music is by dragging in past recordings. You don't have to make new stuff all the time. Like, you can utilize recordings way more than it seems like at first, because like you can reprocess stuff infinitely, and you can tune it to the key of your song so it actually makes sense. bad. I'm gonna get some new intermission music. I'm gonna take just a minute break. Dust. This recording is really cool. I'll just play this. I'll be right back. Good timing. Thanks, I lost my phone. 322. Thanks for hanging out. Always love sharing some knowledge about music making. I love it. Oh shit, dog. This is actually in the key of like I was talking about like an hour ago how the melody is outlining a D major chord. Let's see how this fits. This song is in E minor, but if you have a D major, which is the second note of the E minor scale, the chord is diatonic, which means it fits in with the E minor basis. It'll sound nice. That's what I'm about. Bits and pieces. Actually remembered I never got to reverb hits. I'll make that my next endeavor. I think this first section should do some of that. Feel the fuzz of that pad a little bit more. It's ticklish. Yeah. Easy way to get some sort of morphing spatial things is if you do like a phaser and then a reverb, so that every time the transient happens, the phaser is at like a different point and it changes the way the reverb comes out. So let's replay some of the stuff I did in this sample. Yeah, we'll just see. Samples, let's find something. I mean, yeah, not really necessary to be that stupid. Oh, these are pretty cool. Yeah, I remember putting a distortion rack on this sound was a maze. Josh is good. I'm glad that you're good, bro. People ask me, what's good? I'm going to say, Josh, baby. Tell the truth. Hello, friends. This is inappropriate. I don't think this is the right thing. But hey, I think maybe I could pull some weird echoing, spacey, thrusty shit out of it. Like that. No, it's clipping pretty hard. Like the tones there. That's fun. Yeah. Like that vibraty quality. That'd be really nice with a delay. I'm gonna set this thing up. So let's set it up. We'll do a delay. I'm gonna make a new effect rack right now, baby. Delay, I think, or let's hit it with the phaser first. I need to re-download the Phasor. It's like modeled after the virus phaser. I'm pretty sure it's free, but for now we'll just use Faces, which I got from Native Instruments is a Christmas present. Thank you. Native Instruments. Thank you, Santa. So, probably something quick. Oh, definitely got to hit it with an EQ. It's got too much weird, like 100 hertz. All the interesting stuff is like 500 to 2000 probably. Yeah. I'm not going to use the send actually. We'll hit it with the Z reverb. Where are we at? It. And then just compress the ever-living frick out of it with just a good old compressor. You can use the depth knob to get some pretty wide tones. Tones, bro. Tones. Is that too much? Yeah, that's cool. Use one every like 4 or 8 bars even. That's pretty intense. Let's hit it with an auto pan too. Alright, I'm getting sick of the default I made. Pro tip, you can redo a default for a... I'm not sure about third-party plugins, but definitely all the native stuff like effects and synths. So I'll do just a good old 180-degree phase, zoomy around the edges, save as default. Yes. Although, I'm sick of everything going to the left first. Can we get the right some love? I mean, why is it... Spin is pretty cool too, huh? Spin's actually way more interesting because it kind of splits. Oof. Yeah, the reverb is a little... Yeah, it's better without. Let's save this rack. I don't know about the EQ, but I can always adjust that. FX. Oh.
actually has some overtones that sort of reflect the little melody glitch right here. It's kind of nice. I don't know. I wonder what would happen if I take some of that actually and move it into that audio lane. Let's try it. I think that's the wrong one, huh? Come in. Oh, I lost it. Oh, here we go. Let's do steel echo. It's got to be sort of delicate with how much I'm adding, because you want them all to have their own space. so nice. I don't want it to end. So if I put it down 2, now it's an E major, which is not really what I want. So I'll go up 7. Nah, that was kind of a shot in the dark. It's hard to place a major chord bounce in a minor song. Yeah, I mean, that could work. Now that I'm hearing it again. Out of, or rather in context a little bit. Yeah, it's nice. It still feels diatonic even though it's a different chord center. Yeah, there we go. I like that. This first section is still missing something, but I can't for the life of me figure it out. Maybe more kicks? I don't know. Let's try it. Fix that thing, whatever it is. A nice movement. It feels like space is collapsing in on itself. Too scary. There's some other good stuff that might... Like this one is just so textural. I mean, it's leaves and twigs run through a convolution that's tuned to D major. Like a D major, I think it's a piano chord. But then I re-granulized it through this reactor module, so it sounds even more jacked up. Kind of doesn't have a tonal quality to it. Sounds like someone kind of smashing leaves into a piano or something. There's a little bit of it. See, I don't know how usable it is though. let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Throw something on there randomly and see how it lines up. Seems nice. Little transition noise. It's readjusting back into the first theme. Probably cut it even more. I really like that hit. Got a nice sort of a tearing quality to it. Did another one with a acapella. It's pretty weird, but ugh. Yeah. Probably just leave that one out. Okay, it's almost time to eat lunch. I'm super hungry. It's almost been 3.5 hours. Yeah, I'll call it a day. Did some good educational streaming a little while ago for my dude who lost his phone. And wow, what is that high-pitched buzz? I keep going like, wow, my tinnitus is fucking here to stay. But thank God that's not the case. It's just probably distortion, which means I need to gate this. And it's still here, so that's not the problem. What? It's in the drum group, okay. It's delay feedback. Okay, so now I'm already out of the drum group. What? The hell? Let's look at what's here. Oh, well, that makes sense. Okay. There we go. That's better. Delete that. Okay, big ups. Thanks for streaming. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so I'm sending big hearts out to you. Big hearts. There's one. There's another heart. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye. I'll be back. Hopefully I'll be more constant. I really enjoy streaming. It's great. Keeps me productive and I feel good. Okay, so that's what's up.